What's up? It's Seymour. It's my first video. So NHL 20 was unveiled last night, and I'm a little excited. It seems definitely I saw a lot of themes of it's the same as last year, but it's definitely a lot of exciting content. I mean, you already see it right here. But there's a lot that pertains to Hut too. And obviously, Hut and other Ultimate Team modes are kind of criticized for being cash grabbed at sometimes, but there's definitely a lot of things that they're adding to Hut, or that you can get through the pre-order and such, that will definitely be interesting and have potential to sort of change the way the mode is. I mean, if you look at it now, you can play online seasons, you can play solos, and you can use the marketplace. I mean, there is draft champions, but has anyone here done a draft champions recently? Because it's pretty bad. I mean, the draft, you end up with a bunch of silvers and maybe a few good players, but there's really nothing too special about Hut right now. But I definitely think that there's some potential in the future for the mode to be better and just kind of create. I'm not really thinking of the word, but the new content definitely looks great. I'm a big fan of it. Squad battles are interesting, but obviously that's the point of this video. It's a full-length video, so just gonna jump into it. Just kind of break down the pre-order bonuses. Just potential content for the new year, and squad battles. This is a two-part series. The first part is now just kind of the things that we're being told by EA. Then the second part, I'm looking to get early next week. I work a lot this weekend, so I don't know. But it's just that one's going to be just things I personally want and things I've heard other people want. Because I think that Hut is a mode with a lot of potential, but there's still not too much happening. It's gonna touch a lot and just kind of redesign the system, and obviously it's all personal opinion and it's a little too late for some of it to happen, but we still got NHL 21, probably what we're gonna be saying next year when this one's the exact same. So let's just jump into it. So the most interesting gameplay change for Hut specifically is the introduction of squad battles. So if you're familiar with squad battles from FIFA or from solo battles in Madden, it's pretty much you just play against teams offline made by other people, whether it's YouTubers, celebrities, pro athletes, especially ones in the sport, or just randomly selected other users. You play and you enter this ranking, and you end up getting certain rewards based off your ranking. So I think that this change is actually really great, because Hut's solo challenges are really lacking. There's not much to do, especially to get your team started. However, with the squad battles, you have potential to earn some cards and packs and coins, all from just playing a few games. I think for Madden, it was 12 or 13 games a week. So, I mean, depending on how long the games are, that's a really quick, easy process. So I'm excited to see how they do that for Hut, if the rewards will be the same, if the rankings will be the same. Like, if you have the same size ranking pool for Hut as you do for FIFA Ultimate Team, it's going to be so easy to get rewards, especially when the game dies down later on in the year. So it definitely is a welcome change, and I think that just giving people coins, especially if it's a lot, is going to be really great for not only the community staying involved in the game, but also just for the game. I think when the auction house has more cards on it, people are ripping more packs, people are buying more, they're selling more. The game's more fun to play. I think a lot of Ultimate Team modes, eventually when they die down, it's either too easy to buy stuff because people are just selling their stuff for dirt cheap, or it's too hard to buy stuff because there's nobody selling anything. So I think that this change is definitely welcome, and I'm excited to see it. Also mentioned by EA on their site in the same sort of section has the new squad battles mechanic, was that they're welcoming new playable hockey icons, and it's going to bring the total to over 400. So I'm really curious as to what names they're going to have, because there's definitely a few that weren't there before. I definitely would be excited to see a Bobby Orr card, just because, I mean, an amazing puck-moving defenseman, just kind of see him and how he would shake out compared to players of today. And also, I mean, there's definitely just a lot of iconic players that they're missing. I mean, Pavel Datsyuk mean, he used to be the holy grail of Hockey Ultimate Team. So if you can get him on the roster, I think, make packs great again. Have Pavel Datsyuk be pullable. But I'm definitely excited to see what they do and how they do it because, I think a lot of the alumni players that we have this year are not as important to hockey history as some of the players who we don't have, which I understand it's really hard to get the rights of a player who's got a more legendary status, but it's also a lot more interesting. You're going to have more people buying packs. So I'm curious to see what they do or who it is, because, if it's some of the players who I really hope they are, even Jaromir Jagr really isn't in HUT. So I think you could really have an all-star cast, and definitely curious to see. So a great way to gauge the content for the coming year, at least when the game starts, is to look at the pre-order exclusives. So I'm just going to look at the Ultimate Edition pre-order bonuses. I'm going to have them on the screen. I think they should be there right now. And it's pretty interesting. So you start off with the Cover Athlete Choice Pack. It's an 85 overall card, and you get to pick. Obviously, that's why it's called a Choice Pack. So picture it as Austin Matthews and 2 cards behind them. The 2 cards are blank. I tried enhancing. There's no clues to who they are. I'm guessing it'll be either Matthews with different synergies or, Subban and McDavid and Matthews. But I don't know. We don't know. But if you want that reward, you have to pre-order by July 18th. So as someone who buys Madden every year, I'm going to be behind the deluxe edition. So it's a little, I'm a little wary of spending that much money over that short of a time. But it is an 85 overall card at the beginning of the year. So that's not a bad addition, is it? And I'm going to end up getting the Ultimate Edition anyways, so it doesn't really affect me. It just affects when I spend the money. But, obviously, you have 3 days early access, but if you're an EA Access member, that turns into 7 days, so it's pretty important. And there's also exclusive solo challenges for EA Access players, at least there was this past year. Then you have up to 10 HUT Choice Packs, and it's Diamond Choice Packs twice per month. So, looking at Diamond cards this year, it was a lot of cards that were either lower level. I'm just on the auction house right now, highlighting them. 83 overall Bo Horvat, 81 overall Brian Little. Then you have some interesting ones, such as, 8 Wayne Gretzky, 94 overall on the Sioux Greyhounds. Then, I think there's some 99s available. But, it's pretty iffy, and you have 2 per month. So I'm thinking you run out by, depending on when you buy the game, you're going to run out of these packs by January or February. So, I don't know how strong the cards are going to be in January and February, but you're still getting 10 of those cards, and they're usually pretty rare and pretty strong. And if they are tradable, I'm looking at the prices on these cards, and they're pretty good. So you could end up making a lot of coins off that, but I'm guessing they won't be tradable. The next one that applies to HUT is the Hometown Choice Pack. So you have a choice of 1 hometown goalie mask and 1 hometown hero. So I'm not too sure as to what the hometown hero cards are going to be, but I'm guessing it's going to be just a player from your favorite team or any team. You probably get to pick one of 30 teams in the NHL. And, it's just going to be a card that increases 1 overall throughout the entire year. So depending on who you pick, you could actually have a really good card from September to it doesn't increase the entire year. It increases until April. So you could have a really good card until April. Then, eventually I think it caps off at a 91. If it starts in an 85, it starts in an 80, it caps off in an 86. So he's not really ever going to be useful. But, you could end up having a really good card for the entire year, depending on who you pick and when. But, really, it's too early to know. It could be a player playing on his hometown team, so you could be looking at, I know the Bruins have a few guys from Boston. It could be like Charlie Coyle, I think. But, we don't know enough now to gauge whether that's a good addition or not. But you do get a hometown goalie mask card. So, you can definitely have your goalie match your team. Then you have an exclusive HUT competitive season. Again, another thing we don't know about. Starts September 13th. No reward for pre-ordering the fancy edition or anything, which it seems kind of odd that it's exclusive and starts on the 13th, considering that Deluxe Edition members are getting their games on the 10th, but I think they're assuming that some people are going to end up getting the Deluxe Edition later on, or, it's, I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what the reward is for that season yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, it's 2 parts. I'm going to be uploading the other one hopefully by Saturday or Sunday. I'm just grabbing some footage right now. But yeah, no, I think that there's a lot of potential for Hut in this coming year, and I'm excited to see what they do. Content definitely looks great. Not solo battles, squad battles definitely is going to be a great way to deliver offline content to players, just because there's not too much to do after solo challenges other than play the team of the week. So, I'm interested. I think it's going to be I think it'll probably be, per usual, the mode that EA pushes the most. But, with the additional world of Chell, they got to find a way to keep their Hut audience playing. So, I don't know. It's interesting. A few things I'm just excited for NHL 20. One's offline. I still play hockey for my high school team, so I think one's offline is going to be going to create some epic showdowns at like spaghetti dinners and such. But it's the game sounds good. Shooting animations are going to help players they're going to help players feel different, and that's been a problem for NHL in the past. Players feel kind of the same. I mean, I don't feel any more dangerous with, say, Nikita Kucherov than I do with, an average player. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The game's kind of random. So I'm hoping that the game's a little bit more polished this year. Obviously, new goalie AI, just a lot of new things. So we haven't jumped to Frostbite yet. I don't think we will till 2021, maybe. I don't know. But I definitely think with the PS5, they'll probably at least change the engine. But, I'm excited. I'm just very excited. Obviously, as of recording this, I have 1 subscriber, and I think it just counts yourself as a subscriber. So please do that. And obviously, I will be posting the next one soon. So if you want to turn on notifications, I mean, it's not really a time-sensitive thing, just because the game comes out in September. So I hope you find it by then. But if you are interested, just subscribe. I mean, I'm very clearly distracted based off that goal I just gave up. But just subscribe and all that. Please. All right. Well, have a good one. And yeah, just stay tuned for more NHL